Good morning, fam, and happy Monday to you. This is Dr. Tommy Pringle coming to you again with another work week inspirational and encouraging message for today. We're going to continue on in the book of Psalms where we left off last week and pick up in chapter 27 and verse number 2, where it reads, "When evildoers assail me to eat up my flesh, my adversaries and foes, it is they who stumble and fall." Assail means to make a concerted or violent attack on. King David called out the fact that he had opponents and enemies in his life. And as children of God, we have opponents and enemies as well in our life that are against us and not for us, that don't have our best interests at heart, that seek to tear us down rather than build us up, that seek to discourage us rather than encourage us, that seek to plant seeds of doubt rather than deeds and seeds of hope. But even though these enemies and foes attack us, they end up being the ones that stumble and fall. Remember that we learned last week in verse number 1 of this same chapter that the Lord is our light, our salvation, and our stronghold. Being that the enemy attempts to sneak up on you in the dark during a sneak attack, when the Lord is your light and illuminates your path and surroundings, he makes visible and brings to light that which was operating in the dark. And I can't help but think that they began to stumble, being the enemies, and fall over themselves and one another because they didn't expect their evil doings to be brought to light. And in some cases, they end up falling. Joseph tells us in Genesis chapter 50, verse number 20, that even though you thought evil against me, God turned it around and meant it for good. So be encouraged. Though some people may attempt to take advantage of this bad situation that's going on around us today for self-gain, God can and will turn it around and pull something good out of it. Allow that to marinate in your spirit today as God continues to shape and mold you into the Christian that he called you to be. I love you with the love of the Lord. Be blessed this week.